I'm from Macuata and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Ken Godla and I'm from Australia, but I'm part Fijian from Lautoka, and I love listening to Today FM Rocks.
For the best music and less talk, we tune into Today FM in National Light Village. Today FM rocks.
My name is Inai Ali and I'm from Ba, and I love the big breakfast on Today FM. I just love it and hope you love it too.
My name is Jay from La Paz. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Naushin and I'm from Sambeto, and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music.
Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini and this is FPC News. Tonight, final touches to welcome in Diwali. Plans in place to curb congestion on Fiji roads. And major developments planned for Macuata. Diwali is a time for new beginnings. It's a time to commemorate the victory of good over evil and of light over darkness. Now, the long-awaited and long-anticipated Festival of Lights is finally here. FPC News journalist Anna Ravulo paid a visit to some who were putting final touches to their homes in Suva today before welcoming their families and friends tonight, as is the age-old tradition.
The annual Diwali festival is an event that many people in the world, and especially here in Fiji, look forward to. It was no different for the Ugra family in Watuanga, who have been preparing for over a week for this day.
We've been lucky that it hasn't rained so far, so the preparation is going very smoothly. We started a week ago from Monday. It's a very long process since we take out lights, clean them, check them if they're working, and then start fixing them up again.
Ugra says they are looking forward to having their family and friends over tonight to share the spirit of Diwali. For the Harak family, Diwali has always been a time for family.
We'll come over for tonight to share the Festival of Lights.
For both families, their stories are similar to the many others around the country who are all looking forward to tonight.
I'd just like to wish everyone a very happy Diwali and just to stay safe.
Enjoy with the firecrackers and happy Diwali to all.
Tonight is the darkest night in the Hindu calendar and is marked with the many different lights and fireworks. Tomorrow is a public holiday. Anna Ravulo, FPC News.
Well, meanwhile, FPC News reporter Roland Koroy is somewhere around Suva right now taking pictures of the many colorful lights. Let's find out where he is. Roland, happy Diwali. Tell us where you are right now and what's it like.
Well, Amrita, I am here at Ono Street in Samambula, and let me tell you, it's raining cats and dogs here in Suva. On the way here from Suva, we arrived here just a few minutes ago, and let me tell you, it's been raining from about lunchtime today, but it has not dampened spirits. Fireworks are just happening, the beautiful lights are out on display, and we made it here in time to catch up with Kavita and her family. Kavita, first of all, happy Diwali to you.
Happy Diwali and Bula and Namaste to everyone as well watching FBC. I wish you all a very happy Diwali, and I hope you're not letting the rain actually put your spirit down. Please enjoy this Diwali, play safe, and just enjoy.
Kavita, I have noticed that you have gone out of your way, the lights are up and you've even dressed for the occasion. Tell me, how long did it take for you to prepare for Diwali and what all went into it?
Okay, actually for the sweets, we've made a few sweets. It took us a week, not too much. We just did a little bit of it. And the lights, actually we didn't think that we're gonna put up so many lights, and when it started raining I was like, should I dress up to this much or not, or am I overdressed? But then I was like, Zindagi na milegi dobara, you won't get this life again. So what we have today, live it and enjoy. And the main message as for us, the main thing across nations, all religion and all countries, is that good wins over the evil. So just as we light the diyas, we pray to the Lord, we think about the God, and we pray to Him to guide us away from lead us away from the negativity of life into a positive life. And to everyone, I would like to say, please forgive and forget whatever has happened. Just be positive about it and enjoy this day that you have.
Well, I heard you mention earlier that you made sweets. Not too much, just enough. I hope there's enough for us too.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you. That was Kavita. Happy Diwali to you and your family,
Thank
Kavita.
you so much.
From here in Samambula, we are about to head off out to go and check out the other lights that we will be showing you also later. And from Samambula, we are about to go and check out the sweets that Kavita and her family have made. Until then, Amrita, it's back to you in studio.
Thank you, Roland. I'm sure you'll enjoy the sweets. Now, from Suva to the west, our West reporter, Ellen Stolz, is also on standby. Ellen, happy Diwali, and how's Diwali in Lautoka?
Thank you, Amrita. And yes, as you know, I'm here in the burning west. Happy Diwali to all our viewers on FBC TV. And the burning west, yes, but this afternoon it was a bit of raining and a lot of showers, but it didn't dampen the spirits of a lot of families that have lit up their homes and, you know, started celebrating Diwali. I'm here at the Sharma's residence, who have decorated their home beautifully tonight. It just looks amazing, and I've seen cars drive by here just to look at your home. And I also understand that you've won the competition for the last 3 years. Could you just tell us, in terms of preparation, how is that like?
So first of all, I would like to wish all the viewers of FBC a very happy Diwali. And it took us a whole 1 week to light up all the things, and it took me whole 1 month to did my shopping and everything. And from the whole of this week, we prepare all the sweets, and from the morning we did all the decorations. I did the rangoli, and in the afternoon we just finished our prayers, and after this we're gonna put up all the candles and diyas, and after that the kids gonna play all the firecrackers, and we're gonna enjoy the evening.
And I assume that there's a lot of money that goes into, you know, Diwali and on all its things. In terms of spending, how much did you spend?
It's 5,000.
Altogether?
Altogether it's 5,000. Yeah.
Wow, and happy Diwali to you all. Do you want to say something also on?
No, it's okay.
That's fine?
That's fine, okay.
Just to wish.
Happy Diwali, everyone, from Lautoka. Amrita, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ellen. Now, in light of Diwali, fire safety should be practiced at all times. This is the message from the Fiji Police Force in response to recent reports of fires around the country. Police Chief of Operations ACP Rusiata Tunravu says, as we are well into Diwali celebrations, people must always take precautions. Tunravu also says that with Diwali celebrations underway and movement of people within divisions expected to increase, precautionary measures must also be taken to safeguard lives and property. He says these include securing of property if people are planning to leave, fire safety precautions, and also road safety for those travelling. Tunravu adds that the police force needs everyone's cooperation throughout the festivities, as they cannot be everywhere. The Ministry of Infrastructure and Transport has identified 7 key programs to assist in curbing congestion. This was confirmed by the Permanent Secretary of Infrastructure and Transport, Paul Bailey, during the Transport Forum this week. Senia Nimboila reports.
With traffic being a major issue every day, the Transport Ministry is working on programs to address this issue.
The 7 programs under this Greater Suva Transportation Strategy, they include looking at dedicated bus lanes, improved bus terminals, and I think we'd all have something to say about that, linking of traffic signals, improved pedestrian safety, and that's a particular issue given the increasing number of fatalities of pedestrians, enforcement, and intersection upgrades. The Ministry is also focusing on the reform of the Land Transport Authority to ensure improvement in the provision of services and making sure there's improved and accessible transportation to all.
The announcement has been welcomed by those who frequent Fiji roads.
It will definitely reduce congestion.
Yeah, it's a good idea for the government to put the buses on their own lines so that the traffics are reduced, the traffic jams are reduced actually.
That's a good idea for reduce the traffic, and for the taxi they will be available for everyone.
Bailey says the Fiji Roads Authority has developed a strategy for 2015 to 2030 and has come up with these programs to solve this problem. Bailey adds the ministry is working closely with the private and public sector to address these issues. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Macuata can expect major developments to take place in the province within the next 5 years. The Macuata Province Development Board met yesterday to discuss their 5-year plan and its implementation. Eleanor Trangaivu reports.
Better roads, infrastructure and services come 2020. The Macuata Provincial Development Board has laid out its 5-year development plan. Divisional Planning Officer Northern Alipati Mbolelevu says growing the economy is top of the agenda.
We need to grow the economy in Macuata. We need to grow Lambasa to become a city. That's if you start dreaming the dreams now. Our best. But then again, the economy is the most important thing. How best we can grow the economy. The retention investment is what the government is wanting us to see.
Priority has been given to the development of Lambasa town, which includes the upgrading of the Malau seaport, the construction of a new airport, upgrading of roads, bridges and crossings, and the extension of electricity and water supply coverage. Plans for a new Lambasa bypass has also been put to paper.
That has been in the books for the last 4 years to divert all the cane trucks and the logging trucks out of the Lambasa town. This is too dangerous. When they come in, the town is too congested. We need to divert them out of Lambasa.
Bolalevu says there are also plans to introduce more income-generating projects for the people of Macuata to help grow the economy. The total cost of projects to be undertaken in Macuata in the 2016 and 2017 budget year amounts to almost $26 million. Eleanor Turangaibu, FBC News.
Coming up on FBC News, Fiji showcased in China Girl Competition. And find out who is our successful Fijian. Stay with us.
Music on Today FM.
Iyo mbula bina tangu epeli untuk taliten na parang mbula FM na bu.
Nambang tuan jinangan mbula FM na usur. Mbula FM nambang tuan ser.
Mbula sia puni ba Lambasa na ko bila merikibi mbula FM nambang tuan ser talita itu ngai Lambasa.
Mbula FM nambang 2 ser.
Welcome back. You're with FBC News. Now, there is a need to provide financial literacy to villages within the province of Tailevu. This was brought up by the Rokotui Tailevu Iliesan de la Sau during the Tailevu Provincial Council meeting this week. Seni Animboila has more.
Rokotui Tailevu Iliesan de la Sau says there is a need to upgrade villages in terms of businesses and therefore financial literacy is critical.
We have to build up the knowledge. The community to be seen as a knowledgeable unit and also as a financial literacy unit. And also they've got strong finance backing to support them, to support all the government initiatives. Gone are the days that we keep on relying to the government for assistance. We need to be self-starters.
Villages from the province do support the decision made by the Rokotui.
Yes, the province of Tailevu has resources, but we need financial education in order for us to build up management of business.
I'm from Tailevu. Villages in Tailevu have resources that can generate income. They just need to learn more about how to operate a business.
People of Tailevu, they need to know how to run their business in order to gain profit.
De La Sau said people need to know that they should be self-sufficient before asking more assistance from government. He adds there are many income-generating activities people of Tailevu can do, but there is a need to follow proper procedures. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Fiji was showcased to more than 500,000 people in China last night. when the finale of Chinese popular TV show China Girl competition was hosted by the Pearl Resort in Pacific Harbour. The 10 Chinese girls in the competition flew in from China for the grand final at the Pearl.
We were lucky enough and started talking about bringing this fantastic show to Fiji, to our beautiful country. This is something huge for Fiji. We get to show our country to mainland China.
Tourists and locals who frequent the Nara Island in Nadi are familiar with the Big Bulla water park that has proven to be a huge success since its inception. The inflatable water park is the first of its kind in Fiji and the Pacific, with a total of 19 rides and slides for the young and old alike. This massive water park has set a new benchmark for water sports in Fiji and pushed the barriers of both innovation and creativity to a higher level. Tonight on our Successful Fijian segment, we take a closer look at this unique water park, Big Bulla, and hear the story about risks, innovation and hope. Ellen Stoltz tells us more.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
The Big Bulla is now one of the most popular attractions for both locals and tourists on Denarau Island. However, surprisingly enough, the park's general manager, Trevor Fox, says initially he did not see himself doing this kind of job again.
6 years working in Gold Coast hotels in Australia, and then coming here, I've moved into what I thought was a transport company, only to be thrust back into a tourism company. So I think it was very good for my skills to come into here, because it was all about making people happy and making a happy place for people.
Fox currently owns the Bulla bus shuttle service on Denarau Island, which is the parent company for Big Bulla. And being from a tourism background himself, he says that it's not hard for him to see the enormous potential Fiji had for this kind of investment.
Having not had something like this in Fiji before, how can you test the market? So we can't say, oh yeah, there's another great business down the road, let's do the same. It's very much some very brave directors willing to take a gamble on Fiji. Obviously very confident in Fiji, because it is a very expensive project to undertake.
After sufficient planning and investments, the park was finally ready to be open to the public. While the entry cost may be too high for some to afford, Fox says they try their best to accommodate both locals and tourists.
A 40-60% split sometimes, so 40% locals to 60% tourists, and that's a huge response from Fiji, and obviously that says something about the Fijian economy, where the locals can afford a little bit more money on luxury days and items such as this. We do specials as much as we can to accommodate locals, because we know they are the backbone of the business.
The park initially started off with 14 inflatable slides and was a huge hit. So much so that expansion was the only option moving forward. So the decision was made to add 5 more slides that were bigger, higher and more permanent.
To be honest, the inflatable part was the research behind our big investment in the fiberglass slides. So with inflatable slides, they're a little bit cheaper. Obviously, we spend a lot of money making the place a beautiful place to be, not just a fun place to be. So we want people to spend a whole day here. So 4 different ones, but there's 6 slides there actually in total. So in total, there's over 500 metres of slides there.
Running such a large business does not come without risks, but Fox says the only way to succeed is to plan ahead.
A lot of planning, as far as forethought planning. We do plan for the natural disasters and things that we forecast, so we need to make sure that in 3 months' time, if we can't operate for a few days or even a week or whatever, that we've got the planning in place for that. Everything we have is redundant from the outside world, so if we run out of power, if the FEA turns the power off or there's a power outage, we've got our own generators to run the place. We've got enough water to run the place for 2 weeks stored on site. So it's all about planning forward and making sure that you don't have to rely on anyone else, really.
Fox adds there are so many opportunities here in Fiji just waiting to be explored. All people need to do is to have a clear vision, a plan and determination to succeed. Ellen Stoltz, FBC News.
Successful Fijians was brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Coming up in sports, Kiwis dominate volleyball. And Nadi Aviators win 9th tournament.
मैं जुगे नंबिलो तालिब से रेडियो फिजी 2 24 घंटे मेरे साथ साथ रहता है।
हम मंगेरी ताउका के ललेश है। हमारे दिल में और दिमाग में खाली रेडियो फिजी 2 है और सभी भाइयों से आग्रह करते हैं कि रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनना चाहिए।
मेरा नाम अभिनेश है, मैं नंदी का रहने वाला हूँ। मैं सभी समय रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनता हूँ क्योंकि उसमें आईना प्रोग्राम रहता है।
हाय, मैं उमेश नसासा नाबुआ से। मैं जब भी सुना रेडियो फिजी 2 सुना। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
Welcome to FBC Sports. The New Zealand men's volleyball team qualified for Phase 2 of the World Cup qualifiers after beating the Fiji Whites 3-1 at the Vodafone Arena last night. New Zealand were too strong in the first set, beating Fiji Whites 26-24. The Fijians regrouped and won the second set 25-23, but the Kiwis won the third and final set 25-20. Melita Vanga tells us more.
New Zealand coach Colin Redpath commended Fiji's gallant performance, saying Fiji provided tough competition.
We really struggled with the height of these guys. They hit over us quite a few times and we couldn't defend them, but I was really pleased because we started defending really well and we got some great pickups, and that sort of took the wind out of the sails a bit. But there was one Fiji pickup where they went over the back hoardings and got it back, and the crowd went wild. So it was a great game to be part of, you know.
Redpath says his players deserved the win.
Well, we have we used the whole squad, but we certainly Fiji Blue were very strong too. So most of them had played a big match earlier on in the day, so good to win it. Yeah.
Captain Ben Glue says they are now looking forward to Phase 2 of the World Cup qualifier next year.
We're going to have to train harder. Like, the next step is so much more difficult. So, you know, we want to go there and win some games. So, you know, we're going to have to put some real good effort in, and hopefully we can do pretty well there.
This was a double celebration for the visitors after they won the zonal championships earlier in the day, beating Fiji Blues 3-1. Melita Vanga, FBC Sports.
Ndreketi held Lambasa to a 1-1 draw in the Vodafone Premier League at Subrel Park in Lambasa last night. Eleanor Turangaview reports the game did not go as planned for both sides.
Lambasa's chances of finishing second in the Vodafone Premier League is now slim, following a 1-1 draw with fellow northerners Ndreketi yesterday. Ashnil Raju of Ndreketi jotted down the first goal of the game in the 12th minute of play. In the 23rd minute, Lambasa's Ratu Anare equalized with a goal for the Mbambasing Lions.
It's a setback, but again we still have games remaining, so we need to work hard, especially on our finishing, and I believe these boys will come back.
The draw is a gain for Ndreketi as they now get to remain in the top 8 of the Premier Division. Team manager Ronil Ram says although they were not expecting a draw, they are happy with the outcome.
This draw means a lot, especially when our boys are very serious about staying in the top flight come next season. So every point counts. We had actually come here to win a derby match, especially between Lambasa and Ndreketi. Many people thought it will be a walkover, but we had been seriously training the boys, and we have set game plans, and we had worked according to the game plan.
Ndreketi now has 8 points in the Vodafone Premier League points table, while Lambasa now has 16 points. Eleanor Turangaview, FBC Sports.
Warden Suva walked away with $10,000 from the CMFI Macuata Region 7's tournament at Subrel Park in Lambasa yesterday. As Eleanor Turangaview reports, once again 48 teams took part in the 3-day tournament.
It was an all-Suva final. Warden Suva and Police Suva going against each other in the cup final of the CMFI Macuata Region 7's tournament. The team, which included National 7's rep Kitione Talinga, beat Police Suva 19-14, to claim the main prize money.
I'd like to thank the Almighty for the boys, especially for the 3 days they have been playing. It's very hot in Lambasa, so we came all the way from Suva. We crossed over from come on Monday, and I thank the boys. You know, we just started our 7th tournament this year. This is the first tournament for us, and I'm very proud with the boys, especially those in the training squad. They joined us on Thursday, and I would like to thank them, Talinga and Tandulala. And I think it's a big moral for the boys, so that they can open another door for them to go into the Fiji team.
The police Suva team, which featured former National Sevens rep Levi Kanikonda, took out a $3,000 prize money.
Yeah, we are so blessed to be here. To participate in this sevens tournament. Although we lost in the finals, but we'll be back next year.
In the quarterfinals, an energetic Nasolo young boys side gave Bainiboliko a run for their money, beating them 12-7 at full time. Warden Suva scored a last-minute try against Kendo Generation 1 to win 17-14 and booked themselves a spot in the semi-final as well. The police Suva team were too strong for New Netiasawa in the third quarterfinal of the tournament and won 10-0. National Sevens rep Pio Tuai failed to help his team in Chris Nraulu from Vunda secure a place in the semi-final, going down 12-14 to First Light Taviuni. In the semi-final, Nasolo Young Boys went down fighting to Warden Suva 19-10, and First Light Taviuni failed to impress in the second semi-final, losing out to Police Suva 17-10. Kendo Generation were the plate winners and walked away with $2,000. Twice in Chris Nraulu from Vunda walked away with $1,000. Nyamadia were the eventual bowl winners, receiving a $1,000 prize money. Eleanor Turangaibu, FBC Sports.
Members of Team Fiji to the Commonwealth Championships in Malaysia arrived back in the country this morning. A total of 2 gold, 3 silver and 4 bronze medals was bagged by Team Fiji over the past week. And what is the best ever performances by weightlifting at any international competition in its 55-year history? Meanwhile, Fiji's gold came from 17-year-old Aileen Vikamatana and Apollonia Vaivai. Vaivai lifted 93 kg in the snatch and 115 kg in the clean and jerk for a total of 208 kg in the women's 75 kg weight category, while Aileen competed in the 69 kg weight division. Organisers of the Nadi Invitational Nines are hoping for more local tournaments to be hosted in Nadi. This after a good turnout of teams and spectators at yesterday's tournament at Prince Charles Park. Melita Vanga reports.
Organizers say they have met their target with the response they received for a tournament that was planned on such short notice.
Considering the fact that we only gave out a 5-day notice and actually prepared within 5 days, which is not easy, we've had 16 of the senior premier top teams around Fiji and 6 of the under-18s, and that's overwhelming.
Joe Gray says they are planning to have a talk with Fiji National Rugby League to develop 9th tournament in Nadi.
We hope we will actually come into a consensus with our executives at FNRL to have more of this kind of tournaments. It's a wonderful event to actually showcase the talents and the skills that our boys have.
National Rugby League legend Andrew Johns commended the efforts of teams in the tournament.
I think that's always highly impressive is just the level at which all these, some kids, some men play. You can really see how they grow in communities and they're out and they're playing all the time, and it really comes out when they play football. So it's wonderful to turn up and see such a great quality.
Looking at the match results yesterday, Nadi Aviators walked away with $2,000 after thrashing Moore Park Broncos 22-4 in the final. In the semi-finals match, Moore Park Broncos defeated Ravo Ravo Rabbitohs 14-10 and Nadi Aviators beat Ravo Ravo Rabbitohs 1 16-6. Melita Vanga, FBC Sports.
A weak trough of low pressure to the north of Fiji continues to affect the group and is gradually moving south. Associated cloud and showers is affecting the group, and because of this, rain was experienced across most centres today. Temperatures were in their low 30s in most centres, with Suva the coolest at 28 degrees. Tomorrow, more rain is forecast. And looking ahead to Tuesday, rain over most places. Isolated thunderstorms and heavy falls are likely. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots and moderate to rough seas are expected. Now, onto our poll question. We take a quick look. The question is the school zoning policy working? To answer, you can visit our FBC website. Wishing you all a happy Diwali once again. Do take precaution when lighting fireworks. I'm Amrit Priyadarshini. This is FBC News. Good night.
Yandra! I love listening to Gold FM at Golden Point Resort. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hola, my name is General from Rakiriki Village. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic.
I'm Moses from Valeu. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Marida Manako. I'm from Kandavu. I like listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Tilipa from Tavo Town. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.